Hey guys, it's Toasty. So today I thought it would be cool to show you guys a box opening for the new set Legendary Duelists Magical Hero. So this set, I'm not really sure what's in it besides I guess like Dark Magician support. Here you see like the box. This actually kind of looks pretty cool. It reminds me of the original like Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. Like you can see like Yami kind of has like this kind of grin on his face. Like it looks pretty neat. I like the box art. So let's actually start by getting into the box itself. We're gonna tear this guy open right now, or attempt to, because this plastic is probably made of like steel. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're just stab right in there. There we go. Excellent. So again, I'm not really sure about the contents of the box. I know like there's new hero support, and there's that Magician's Souls, plural. That card's pretty good. It lets you discard 2 spells from your hand, I believe, and draw 2 cards. Something like that. Not totally sure what it does, but I know it's pretty good. So let's crack this guy open. What side is it open from? There we go. Excellent, excellent. So we're going to get right into our first pack of Magical Hero. For those of you who don't know, I believe it is 5 cards, 4 supers and 1 ultra if I'm not mistaken. I guess I'm wrong. So we got a Pendulum Dimension here. I'm just going to read what these cards do because I haven't seen any of these yet. And actually, oh, I have seen some of these are just reprints. Okay, so we got Magical Dimension here. So if you special summon any of these monsters using a Pendulum monster as material, while this card is already face up in your spell and trap zone, you can activate the appropriate effect. You cannot apply the effect of Pendulum Dimension for the rest of the turn, even if this card leaves the field. So if you fusion summon, you special summon a monster from your deck with the original level in defense, but negate its effects. If you synchro, you can add Polymerization to your hand, and if you XC, you get to take a tuner with an equal or lower level than the XC monster's rank, add it to your hand, or special summon it. That's kind of neat, but it's a little bit slow, unfortunately. Now, Utopic Future, pretty neat card. People used to play this in Burning Abyss because you'd overlay your 2 Dantes after you had their effects used up. Then you make this guy, and he's pretty hard to deal with back in the day. Spiral Flame Strike to search Odd Eyes, Quick Draw Synchron, and Scrap Iron Signal. Now, when your opponent activates a monster effect while you control a synchro monster that lists a synchro monster as material, negate the activation. Also, after that, set this card face down instead of sending it to the grave. That's actually kind of neat. I believe you can use this with Ultimate Tzolk'in. So your opponent activates a monster effect, and I believe Ultimate Tzolk'in can use a synchro monster, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong on that. Let me know in the comments. Actually, no, I am wrong on that. It's just 2 monsters with the same level and a tuner, but that's pretty neat overall. Oh, Cosmic Blazar Dragon. That's pretty cool. I actually really wanted to get these level 12 synchro monsters because of the new master rule, and now it's good that this set has this in here because I don't have to go around looking for them. There's a Dark Magician Girl. Smile Action. When this card is activated, each player can banish up to 5 spells from their graveyard face down. If a monster declares an attack, the attacked player activates its effect. You, the attacked player, can randomly add one of your cards banished by this card effect to your hand. Then you can discard it and negate the attack, but you do not discard the added card. Any battle damage you take is doubled. Aqua Dolphin, and I don't even want to pronounce this card's name. This is kind of a mouthful. But if you control a Zubaba or Gagaga monster, except I guess it's pronounced Zubababa Ancho Gagaga Coat. I don't even know. But while you control this card in your hand, special summon this card. You can target 1 Go-Go-Go or Do-Do-Do monster in your grave, summon it. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck for the rest of this turn, except XZ monsters. I guess this is kind of good once Master Rule 5 goes into effect, because it means that you have a lot of XC resources. That's pretty neat. Next up, we've got another Aqua Dolphin, Onomatopoeia, Utopic Future, Halfway to Forever. Target 2 monsters in your graveyard, special summon both, but negate their effects. If you do, immediately after this resolves, XE a light Utopic or Utopia XE monster. Secrets of Dark Magic. So let's see, activate one of the following effects. You can either fusion summon from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field, including Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl as material. Or you can ritual summon from your hand, tributing monsters from your hand or field, including Dark Magician or the Dark Magician Girl. So, quick play. This is actually kind of neat. It solves a lot of problems that Dark Magician has if you want to play things like the classic ritual monsters or the classic fusion monsters. So instead of having to play Polymerization and the ritual spells, now this does both those jobs. That's kind of neat if you play like casual Dark Magicians. Next up, another Dark Magician Girl, another Cosmic Blazar Dragon, another Smile action, and Dododo Wart Go 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 Glove. During your main phase, you can special summon a Zubaba or Gagaga monster from your hand. If you control a Go 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 or Dododo monster, except Dododo Wharf Go 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 Glove, while this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. That's kind of neat. Cool to see all this rank 4 support, I guess. So next up, ooh, Doppel Warrior. That's really neat. This is necessary. We needed this reprinted. Excel Synchron. Gagaga Samurai, another card that I believe we kind of need a reprint for. And our first super rare. I didn't even know there were going to be super rares in this set after seeing so many commons and rares. Generation Next. If your life points are lower than your opponent's, add to your hand or special summon 1 elemental hero, 1 Karibo, or 1 Neospacian monster from your deck or graveyard with less attack equal than or equal to the difference in life points. Also for the rest of the turn, you cannot activate cards or effects with the same name as that card. You can only use Generation Next once per turn. Future Drive. Target a Utopic Future XE monster you control. Apply the following effects to that monster for the rest of the turn. It can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. If it battles a monster, that monster has its effects negated during damage step. Each time your opponent's monster battles, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. I guess that's also kind of neat. It's very situational because you have to get to that Utopic monster first. Oh wow, Supreme King Zark as a common. I guess this was kind of necessary to reprint, but not really. It had its Megaton reprint, and it was a secret rare in Maximum Crisis. There's not really a good way of summoning this guy out as much as I love Pendulum Magicians, and I love this card because just like the lore behind it, the design is really cool, but unfortunately not too easy to get on the field. Unless they make like some kind of new Zark support or Supreme King support in the near future, this reprint wasn't really that necessary. Another Aqua Dolphin, another Utopic Future, Performapal Celestial Magician. When exactly 1 fusion, synchro, or XE monster you control that was special summoned from the extra deck is destroyed by a battle or an opponent's card effect. Special summon that destroyed monster, then destroy this card. Now, its monster effect reads, during your main phase, if this card was normal or special summon this turn, you can apply the following effects for the rest of the turn based on other monsters you currently control. Fusion, this card can attack directly. Synchro, your opponent cannot activate monster effects, that's pretty good. And XZ, this card's attack becomes double the original attack. Oh, Pendulum, of course. During the end phase, add a Pendulum from your deck to your hand. The Synchro effect is kind of neat. The other ones aren't that great, in my opinion. Another Gagaga coat. Alright, next up we've got Another Doppel Warrior. Again, this card needed the reprint. Cell Synchron. This guy also kind of needed a reprint. He only came out once in a structure deck. I've got Samurai, Jet Synchron, who also needed a reprint. Actually, no, Jet Synchron came out in OTS recently. It did not need a reprint. Performapal Popper Up. Send up to 3 cards from your hand to the grave. Draw that many cards. Then you can special summon up to that many monsters from your hand with different names that are Performapal monsters, Magician Pendulum monsters, and or Odd Eyes monsters, each with a different level between the pendulum scales of their 2 pendulum zones. If you did not special summon by this effect, you lose 1,000 life points for each card in your hand. This card is like generically good because of that first effect. That's like, just send 3 cards from your hand to the grave, then draw. You don't really need the summon, and this is just really good, honestly. This is like, wow. Wow, that card's nasty. That's actually really, really good. Because you draw 3 cards, I believe? Draw that many cards, yeah. You send 3 cards to your hand, you draw 3 cards. That's actually really good. Jet Synchron, Miracle Fusion, Harmonizing Magician, Illusion Magic, and Onomato Pickup. Continuous spell that says when this card's activated, add an Onomat card from your deck to your hand. Except for Pickup, you can target one Zubaba, Gaga Gogo, or Dododo monster you control. All monsters you currently control become that monster's level, even if this card leaves the field. You can only use this effect once per turn. You can only activate one pickup per turn. I just have to read like all these cards. They're pretty like nostalgic support. A Pendulum Sorcerer, Chronograph, another Cosmic Blazar, the Dark Magicians. This is Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, 1 spellcaster monster. Once per turn, if a spell/trap effect is activated, except during damage, draw a card. Then, if it was a spell trap, you can set it. Huh, that's pretty interesting. So you draw, I get it. So if you draw the spell or trap off this effect, you get to set it. And if it was a trap or quick play spell, you can activate this turn. If this card is destroyed, special summon both Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl from your hand, deck, or grave. That's neat. Another Popper Up. Popper Up just actually seems way, way good. That card's crazy. Like, unless there's something I'm missing with Popper Up, that card's like way too good. Another Onomatopoeia, Halfway to Forever, Pendulum Sorcerer, or Chronograph Sorcerer, and Go 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 Glove. Hero Lives, Dododo Buster, Dark Magic Circle, which also needed a reprint, Harmonizing Magician, Odd Eyes Wizard Dragon. Not seen this card yet. If this card is in your hand, you contribute a dark monster, send an Odd Eyes from your hand, deck, or field to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. If this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to the grave, special summon an Odd Eyes monster from your deck or graveyard. Let's see, except Wizard Dragon. Then you can add Spiral Flame Strike from your deck to your hand. That's okay. It's another one of those like very casual support cards, honestly. Another Miracle Fusion, Harmonizing Magician, Illusion Magic, Satellite Warrior. 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner Synchro monster. If this card is Synchro summoned, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of Synchro monsters in your graveyard. Destroy them. And if you do, this card gains 1,000 attack for each card destroyed. If the Synchro Summon card is destroyed, you can special summon up to 3 level 8 Warrior, Synchron, or Stardust Synchro monsters with different names from your graveyard. That seems pretty neat, I guess. A Magician Navigation. So far, I'd say that we pulled pretty good. There's a lot of good reprints in this set. Giant, Ooh, tuning. We needed... Actually, I feel like we needed this reprinted. It came out a while ago, so it's kind of hard to find these days. Magician Rod, Pendulum Dimension, and another Wizard Dragon. I'm assuming there's a few more Odd Eyes reprints in here that I just haven't found yet. Tuning, Giant, Rod. Ooh, Honest Neos. We definitely needed this reprinted. This card only had like 1 or 2 reprintings, and it's honestly kind of expensive for what it does. And another glove. Alright, so next we have another Blazar Dragon. A Hero Lives, Buster, Circle, and Navigation. Utopic Future, Quick Draw Synchron, Flame Strike, Zark, and Magician of Dark Illusion. I feel like I'm just going to get a whole Dark Magician deck out of this box. Like, everything's just reprinted. For if you want to play Dark Magicians, this is the box to pick up. Got Doppel Warrior, Go Giant, Flame Strike, Dimension, and another Scrap Iron Signal. Another Chronograph Sorcerer, Cosmic Blazar, Dark Magician Girl, Elemental Hero Sunrise. 2 hero monsters with different attributes must be fusion summoned. Must first be fusion summoned. Let me try this one more time. Must be fusion summoned. Monsters you control gain 200 attack for each different attribute you control. You can only use the following effects of Elemental Hero Sunrise once per turn. If this card is special summoned, add Miracle Fusion to your deck from your deck to your hand. When an attack is declared involving another hero monster that you control, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. That's pretty neat. And another Dark Illusion. So far we've been pulling a good amount of ultra rares. I'm not sure how many go in per box, but I feel like we pulled 3 now, so that's pretty neat. Harmonizing Magician, Go Giant, Doppel Warrior, Apprentice Illusion Magician. This needed a reprint. Another card that really needed a reprint. And another Dark Illusion. Like I mentioned before, if you're trying to pick up Dark Magicians, this is the box to buy. This box is great for Dark Magicians. There's so much Dark Magician support in here. Another Jet Synchron, Miracle Fusion, Harmonizing Magician, another Apprentice Illusion, another Future Drive. I believe I have Eternal Soul somewhere in my bulk, so I can pretty much just throw a Dark Magician deck together with this box alone. Miracle Fusion, Zark, Gaga Samurai, Tuning, and Future Drive. Spiral Flame Strike, Pendulum Magician, Miracle Fusion, and Synchro Chase. Continuous spell. When your opponent activates card or effects in response to the effect activation of your Synchro monster with Warrior, Synchron, or Stardust in their original names, I misread that. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to those card effects. If you Synchro summon a Warrior, Synchron, or Stardust Synchro monster, target a monster in your grave used as material, summon it in defense position. That's pretty good. Onomatopoeia pickup. Next up, we have another Dark Magician Girl, Winged Karibo, Smile Action, Jet Synchron, and Secret of Dark Magic. We're nearing the end of this box, unfortunately. Smile Action, Aqua Dolphin, Doppel Warrior, Excel Synchron, and Odd Eyes Wizard Dragon. Illusion Magic, Tuning, A Hero Lives, Pendulum Dimension, and Scrap Iron Signal. Yeah, I feel like we pulled some pretty good cards out of this box. I keep calling it a deck. Zark, Samurai, Tuning, Magician Girl, and Dark Illusion. Like, a lot of the cards that I pulled out of this box, I feel like needed a reprint. It might not be cards that I'll be using in, like, competitive play, but for the most part, these are really cards that needed a reprint. They didn't have too many prints of each card, and because of that, they were overpriced for, like, what they do. Like I mentioned with Honest Neos. Another Dark Magic Circle, Zark, Halfway to Forever, Buster, and Gagaga Coat. And also, like, the new support is also pretty cool. Especially the XC support. Pendulum Sorcerer, Onomatopoeia, Illusion Magician, Junk Converter. You can discard this card in a tuner, add one Synchron monster from your deck to your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard as Synchro material, target a tuner in your graveyard, special summon in defense position, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. That's actually kind of cool. So I guess you can discard this and just any other tuner that might be in your hand, do search Junk Synchron, and then you can summon your Junk Synchron, summon this back, play Junk Speeder, and go into your Master Rule 5 combo, so that's kind of neat. It might be a little like a little janky or gimmicky, I'm not really sure, but seems like a neat little way to get into Junk Speeder. Next up, Winged Kuriboh, Smile Action, Jet Synchron, Pendulum Sorcerer, and Popper Up. I swear, unless there's something really big I'm missing with Popper Up, that card is just insane. Like, it doesn't discard, so it dodges, like, danger, making dangers better, but, it draws you 3 cards. And Magistry Alchemist. So let's see, banish 4 hero monsters in your grave and or face up on the field. Then, target 1 hero monster in your grave, special summon it, ignoring its summon conditions. If you banished Earth, Water, Fire, and Wind attributes to activate this effect, that original monster's attack becomes doubled. Also, negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls. That's pretty neat. And look there, the artwork is Electromite. That's actually kind of cool. It might be a callback to like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I'm not really sure. I never watched GX, but it could be like the artwork could be like a callback. Next up. Yeah, let me know in the comments if there's something I'm missing with Popper Up, because that card honestly seems crazy. Winged Kuriboh, Skyscraper, Sorcerer, Favorite Hero. Equip only to a level 5 or higher hero monster. If you control a card in your field zone, the equipped monster gains attack equal to its original defense. Also, your opponent cannot target with card effects. At the start of the battle phase, you can activate 1 field spell directly from your hand or deck. You can only use this effect of Favorite Hero once per turn. When the equipped monster attacks and destroys a monster by battle, send this card to the grave. The attacking monster may make a second attack. And another navigation. So I believe now we pulled like 5 ultra rares. Next up, Harmonizing Magician, Miracle Fusion, Pendulum Dimension, Excel Synchron, and Glove. Next up we have Onomatopoeia, Illusion Magic, Harmonizing Magician, Fusion, and Gagaga Coat. And these are now the last 2 packs in our box. So let's see, we have got Buster, Winged Kuriboh, Skyscraper, Sorcerer, and Wizard Dragon. Did that way too close to the camera. And our final pack. So it doesn't look like we'll be pulling that Magician Soul card that says draw 2, but we're pulled a card that lets us draw 3, so I'm not too upset. And we've got Soul Servant. So we have 6 ultra rares that we pulled. That's pretty neat. Place 1 card on top of the deck. Place 1 card on top of the deck from the hand, deck, or graveyard that is Dark Magician, or specifically list Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl. In its text, except Soul Servant. During your main phase, banish this card from your grave. Draw cards equal to the number of Palladion monsters, Dark Magician, and or Dark Magician girls with different names on the field and in the graveyard. Wow, that's a mouthful, and it definitely does a lot. That's pretty cool. And then there is everything else. So yeah, that is my box of Legendary Duelists Magical Hero. I don't know if you guys were on the fence about buying this product, but judging from my polls, you can probably make a good guess that this is probably worth picking up. Maybe if it's just even a few packs, because the reprints in it are pretty good. Especially, like I mentioned, if you're trying to get your hands on just Dark Magician stuff in general, this is a good set. If you're trying to get like some good synchro support, again, this is a pretty good set. I feel like I pulled some pretty good cards. You know, there's Tunings, there's Magician's Rod, there was Illusion Magic, Dark Magic Circle, just a lot of cards that hadn't been printed enough. Cosmic Blazer Dragon as a common. There's just a lot of good value in the set, although it all comes in mostly commons and rares. That's the downside to it, so you're not going to be foiling out too many decks with this set. But I definitely feel like it's worth the time of picking up, just because of how many cards in the set get reprinted that are old and hard to find these days. But yeah, so make sure to like and subscribe if you want to do that. And that's all from me.